Liz Griner, this is Sandy Wargo. Please respond to On the Scene.
Copy that, Sandy. I'm en route.
Hi, I'm Sandy Wargo with Nevada Fire District.
And I'm Liz Griner with Nevada Police.
And welcome to
On the Scene.
Today we're focusing on back to school safety.
That's right, Sandy. It's September. And what does that mean? Kids are back in school. So we're going to talk about child safety this month and how to get to and from school safely.
I'm going to be talking a little bit about fire drills and what schools expect of students here, and then also tying that into home fire drills and what we expect for you and your family to know to be able to get out of your home safely if there really was a fire. So we're looking forward to the show today.
We are.
Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you right in a minute.
Every day, thousands of children take to the streets and roadways, whether they're on bikes, whether they're walking, whether they're being driven by a vehicle. They all have the same purpose. They're trying to get to and from school safely. We're out here at Lou Sutton Elementary School today to give you an example of what a morning is like and how busy it gets on a very busy street. I want you as drivers and as parents that are driving your children to school to please remember to slow down in a school zone. This school has a crossing guard that helps cross the students and pedestrians. When that crossing guard steps off the curb, please stop. They are going to be having children behind them to safely cross to the other side. And also, as you drive up to a school, we want to have you remember, please do not stop in the middle of the street, have your child jump out and run to the sidewalk. That's just not safe for any child to do. Please wait till you can get up to a safe curb and drop your child off. As you can see, every morning is like this at schools. We just want the best and the safest place for your children to be able to get to school. We at the Nevada Police Department do enforce all the vehicle codes around the schools. So please slow down and follow the rules of each school. However they have you or want you to drop your children off, please follow that. This school happens to be, they have white zones on both sides of the street. They want you to drop your child off safely in those white zones. But a white zone also means you stay with your vehicle. It is just a drop-off or a pickup. Red zones around schools mean do not stop, do not park to drop your children off. That's not a safe place to do it. They have designated, as I've said, the white zones to do that for your children. So please remember, drivers and parents bringing your children to school, give yourself a little more time in the mornings instead of rushing to the school. Because always remember, around schools there are children. Just because you're driving down the street and a child crosses, they might be able to see you, you might not be able to see them. But in their mind, they think that you've seen them if they've seen you. They may want to dart across the street to get to their friend. So please be alert around school zones and slow down. This month is all about child safety. We're going to start out with when your child is of school age and they're going to be going to school, make sure that your children know their first, last names, and their phone numbers and home addresses. Always important because your children are no longer with you all day long. They're now away at school, so make sure that they know that important information. If your child is of the age that they've decided now that they're going to be walking or biking to school, you need to make sure that you have gone on the route with them so that they know the safest ways to get to and from school, and make sure your children know to never take any shortcuts when they're going to or from school. And always, always, they should take a buddy with them. They should never be walking or biking alone. Always very important that they take a friend with them going to school. Want you to remember that your children are now out in this big world. You've always told them don't talk to strangers, but have you actually showed them how? If they were ever in a situation where they needed help, it could possibly be that they might need to go to a stranger for assistance. So as you take that walk or you bike with them to school, show them areas that they may be able to go to for help. If you pass a fire department, they could go there for help. If you pass another school, they could go there for help. or point out, if you know some of the residents that live in that area, the homes that they could go to if they needed help on their route to and from school. We have a program at the Novat Police Department, and it's called RAD Kids. It stands for Resisting Aggression Defensively. It's a very comprehensive 10-hour course that is taught by the Novat Police Department. It goes over home safety, out and about safety, fire safety, bullying, school safety, and at the end, we also teach them some self-defense moves that might be able to help them. We're not saying that they would be able to fight off a grown adult, but they may be able to stun them enough to let them go so that they can get away. This course is offered. We are going to be offering this class in January, so please call me at the Novat Police Department. The class is limited to 20 students per class. We will be offering it once again in the spring. On our last day, the children actually go through a simulation of different scenarios that they can use the skills that we've taught them throughout the class. What we want your children, that we want them to be empowered and have confidence. We don't want them to say, help me, help me, help me. But at the end of the class, we really want them to think, how dare you try to hurt me? And that's what we want them to bring away from this class. So please take a look at this clip. We also want to let you know we do offer at the Novat Police Department child fingerprinting. So give me a call at the Novat Police at 899-7017 to get your child signed up for this very important training that we're going to be offering.
Hi, and welcome back. You know, schools have monthly fire drills to remind students what to do in case of emergency. And this is a great idea, and it's also a requirement. What would happen is the school will set the alarm, the children will follow the teacher out the door is locked by the teacher on the way out, and then they go out to the back of the school or to the side of the school so that they're far away from the building, which is called their safe meeting place. Do you have a fire escape plan at your home? You know, when you take a look at the difference of the potential of risk for a home fire compared to a school fire and whether your children are at risk, it's a lot higher at home. We highly encourage you to have a fire drill and a fire escape plan for your home and your family. So take a look at your home and talk with your children and make sure they know what to do when they're at home and a fire occurs in the middle of the night. Lots of people always tell us, well, if there's a fire in our house, we'll know it because we'll see the fire, we'll smell the smoke, and we'll hear that crackling. And that's true when you're awake. But what's really scary is when you're asleep at night. You know, your senses are very, very low at that time. Your smell is almost down to a 1. Your vision, that's not going to happen since you're sleeping with your eyes closed. And your hearing is turned almost all the way down. So it's really important that you have a smoke alarm in your home. When your smoke alarm goes off, then your family should know what to do in case of emergency, especially if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning. We highly encourage you to teach your children to crawl low onto the floor. That way, if there's smoke in the room, they're not standing up and inhaling those toxic gases and fumes, that carbon monoxide's not suffocating the oxygen in their lungs. That they crawl low and get to their bedroom door. They should be sleeping with their bedroom door closed. They should take the back of their hand and touch the back of the door or go near the door. If it's hot, then don't open that door and know your second way out of your bedroom. Usually the second way out is a window. You should know how to open up the window, be able to push the screen out, and get outside to your safe meeting place, just like they do here at school. Having a fire drill, knowing how to get out, and walking out away from the school, going to their safe meeting place for that accountability, to count up how many kids are in line and ready to go in case they need to continue moving further from the school. Same thing at home. What would you do at home? You would go out of your home and have a safe meeting place. Maybe it's the front yard tree. Maybe it's down on the side near the gate. We don't want you to go where there's a hydrant or out onto the road where there's traffic and engines coming that you could get hurt. So make sure you take a look all the way around your home and everyone in your family know where to go. I picked up this map from the school that we're here at today, and they have just a basic map, which is great to show where the children are coming out from the school and where they're locating for their fire escape route for that safe meeting place. You should also create a similar map just like this one for you and your family at home. Also, I wanted to remind you that if you really did have a true fire in your home, it's important that you get out quickly and make that 911 call from a neighbor's home, and also giving that information about the correct address of the fire at the home that you're calling about. So don't stay in your home to call 911. There's lots of carbon monoxide that's created from those toxic gases and fumes. And we've seen lots of people who thought that they could just make that call and get out quickly and end up falling to the floor and not being able to get out at all. So exit quickly, get out, go to a neighbor's home to make that call, meet your family at your fire safe meeting place or safe escape route. And if you have any questions, you can call me at 878-2623. I'd be happy to come out with your family and talk about your home fire safety plan.
Well, Sandy, we covered a lot of information about child safety, from school safety, home safety, walking to and from. We offer so many presentations. We'll be happy to come out to your school,
That's right.
to your organization, and talk about stranger danger, fire safety. Just give us a call. We can always come out and give those presentations to smaller groups.
Happy to do that.
Happy to do that. So please remember, when you're taking your child to and from school, do not become a traffic hazard. Slow down in a school zone. There are so many students and so many pedestrians. Their parents are walking or they're biking. So please keep it slow in a school zone.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many calls we get regarding vehicle versus pedestrians. It breaks my heart. I hear those calls going around 2:45 in the afternoon. Usually the location is near a school. And I'm thinking, my goodness, another one that could have been preventable. We want to make sure that you tell your children how to walk in those crosswalks, to look both ways, and to be aware of what's around you so that you can see what's going on. You have to enable your child to prevent a hazard like that.
That's right, Sandy. So important. Well, we did have a question from our last show, Sandy, about bike safety. They want to know if we do anything on bicycle education. And yes, we actually do. We can come out to your group or school or classroom and talk about bicycle safety. We can also do something called bike rodeos, where we bring it to your school. The children bring their bikes and we go through drills to help them know the rules of the road.
It's a great program.
It's a great program, and we encourage it, especially at this time of year when school's starting and kids really want to get on their bikes and start riding to school. Have us come out and go over the rules of the road with your group.
If you have any questions, you can contact either Liz or myself.
Right.
We've got the information below at the screen. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.
That's right. And please sign up for the Rad Kids program. Very important program. Comes in January, so please put it on your calendars.
And we'll see you next time
See you next month. On the Scene.